Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Unlock Your Potential. I'm so glad you're here today. My name is Erica Gutierrez. I am a dietitian with a functional approach to health and weight management. I want to start by acknowledging something deeply personal for many of you. This journey of weight management is a challenging one. You've likely experienced ups and downs, tried various approaches, and perhaps even felt frustration or even despair. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know you are not alone. And most importantly, I want you to know there is hope. Let's be honest, the world of weight loss often feels like a dizzying roller coaster. Many of us have been on this ride, experiencing the highs of initial progress only to be met with the lows of plateaus or even regaining weight. We've all encountered those common hurdles, like emotional eating, where food becomes our solace when we're stressed, sad, or even bored. And then there's that frustration with plateaus where you're working hard, but the scale just won't budge. And who has not experienced the dreaded yo yo effect, losing weight only to gain it back and maybe even more? These experiences can leave us feeling just defeated, questioning maybe our willpower, and sometimes even our self worth. It's not just about the food, though, it's about our relationship with food, our bodies, and the overwhelming amount of often conflicting information out there. It's important to understand that these struggles are common and they are not a reflection of your inherent capability or even your desire for health. For a long time, the dominant narrative around weight loss was very simplistic. It's calories in and calories out. But I will tell you, our bodies are incredibly complex. They're intricate systems. They're far more sophisticated than simple mathematical equations. They're constantly communicating, sending signals, trying to maintain balance. That's why many traditional approaches often miss this crucial role of our hormone regulation in hunger, satiety, and metabolism. Our natural biology often works against us in this modern environment. It makes it incredibly difficult to sustain weight loss through sheer willpower alone. This is where exciting new advancements have come into play. Today, we're going to talk about a powerful new tool in our functional health toolkit, GLP-1 medications. It is so important that we shift our perspective from viewing weight as purely a cosmetic issue or simply lack of willpower. What if instead we saw weight as a symptom, a signal that our body has something that's out of balance? Our bodies are incredibly intelligent and they are constantly striving for this equilibrium and safety. When we carry excess weight, it's often a signal that our internal systems, whether it be hormonal, metabolic, emotional, environmental, these things are under stress and not functioning optimally. Our goal in this journey isn't just to reduce a number on the scale, but to create an internal environment where the body feels balanced, safe, and supported. And when the body feels safe, it can naturally release that excess weight. It is absolutely critical to understand that while GLP-1 medications are a powerful tool, they are just one component of a holistic approach to sustainable well-being. Think of a medication as a really effective guide that helps you put your body in a better position to succeed. But for true lasting health transformation, we need to address all the interconnected aspects of your life. This means we'll be exploring how to best nourish the body with optimal nutrition, not restrictive diets, but truly fueling your body for function and vitality. We'll talk about the importance of incorporating meaningful movement into your daily life. We'll delve into the often overlooked power of quality sleep, which is fundamental for hormone balance and recovery. We'll address stress management because chronic stress can really derail even the best efforts. And perhaps most importantly, we'll focus on cultivating a positive and compassionate mindset, understanding that this is a journey and not a destination. So I'm just going to talk briefly today on what exactly are GLP medications. Next week, we go much more in depth. GLP stands for glucagon like peptide 1, and it's a naturally occurring hormone in our bodies made in the gut. Think of it as one of your body's internal messengers. So, in a healthy state, when we eat, our intestines release GLP-1. This hormone sends crucial signals to various parts of the body. Firstly, it slows down how quickly your stomach empties. And this is super helpful because it keeps you feeling full for longer after a meal. It reduces the urge to snack or overeat. Secondly, GLP-1 send direct signals to your brain, specifically to the areas that control appetite, telling you that you're satisfied, and it reduces those feelings of hunger. GLP-1s do more than that, though. They play a vital role in blood sugar regulation. It'll stimulate your pancreas to release insulin only when your blood sugar is high, which can help move that sugar from the bloodstream into the cells. It also reduces another hormone called glucagon. This prevents your liver from producing too much sugar. So, in essence, these GLP medications work by mimicking and enhancing the effects of your body's own natural GLP-1 hormone. The goal here isn't to override your body, but to help restore and optimize its natural communication system, making it easier for you to feel satisfied, managing your cravings, and stabilizing your blood sugar. This isn't about a quick fix. It's about providing a powerful biological support system. So, where does this leave you? Hopefully, with hope, true hope, grounded in science and a comprehensive approach. I want you to release any shame or frustration you might have been holding on to from past weight loss attempts. Those experiences really are not failures, they're learning opportunities within a system that didn't give you all the necessary tools you needed. So let's shift that perception to like not what's wrong with me, but how can I best support my body and mind in this process? Another question to ask yourself is how you will make space for the energy and time it takes to focus on this new health lifestyle. This includes prepping food, thinking ahead of time, creating space for movement, getting enough sleep, making sure our stress is reduced. All of these things are part of the equation. So I want to go a little further into making space for yourself. It really does take a lot of capacity in order to put focus towards a healthy lifestyle, especially if, a lot of those components weren't there for you. So, do you need more space? Is there something you need to say no to and let go to? When are you going to prepare your foods? What's going to be the best time for movement? You want to get really specific on what this looks like for you and who can help you with this. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about something that many of us experience, often without realizing it: the immense energy it takes to be in resistance. I call it the 1 foot in, 1 foot out phenomena. This is where we're working really hard during the day, maybe making healthy choices, feeling motivated, but then maybe it's at night we're sabotaging ourselves, or on the weekends. And perhaps it's just giving in to these overwhelming cravings or letting healthy habits kind of slide over time. And no, this isn't a lack of willpower. This is a deep-seated internal conflict. So imagine the sheer mental and emotional exhaustion of constantly battling yourself. This is what you're doing when you have that 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And the all or nothing thinking, being on or off a diet, this is also really draining. It creates a cycle of hope and disappointment. Our goal is to move past this internal tug of war. We want to channel that precious energy into consistent, sustainable actions rather than expecting or putting all of your effort and energy into fighting against ourselves. This journey is about making peace with our body and our mind, embracing consistency, and not demanding perfection. As you embark on this path, you'll undoubtedly encounter some urges. Often these urges aren't truly about physical hunger. They might be a signal for something deeper, relieving stress, you're bored, Maybe you're fatigued or you have an unmet emotional need. Our challenge and our opportunity is to become those curious detectives. When an urge arises, instead of immediately acting on it, can you pause? Can you observe what's truly going on? Ask yourself, what is this urge really about? Am I tired? Am I stressed? Am I feeling a specific emotion? Once we identify the true need, we can then explore alternative strategies. So maybe it's, and I'd love for you to write these down that work for you. Taking a few deep breaths, stepping away for 5 minutes, listen to some music, call a friend, tell yourself you can have it later if you're still hungry. So, this also ties into expanding our beliefs about our own capacity. So, when we tell ourselves we don't have time for exercise or relaxing or adequate sleep, it's really sabotaging ourselves. But what if we start believing we do have the capacity for it? What if we prioritize these elements and see them that it's not a luxury, but a necessity that actually creates more time and energy in the long run? It's about practice, not perfection. Each time you pause and do these things, you build a new pathway. Finally, I want to talk about something crucial, making you a priority. In our busy lives, this is often, it feels selfish, especially if you're someone who constantly cares for others. But I want you to reframe that. Prioritizing your health and well being isn't selfish, it's absolutely essential. We cannot pour from an empty cup. When we're nourished, rested, thriving, we're better equipped to show up fully in every area of our lives. This really, it takes some work. It means identifying what truly recharges you and making time for it non-negotiably. It could be blocking out 20 minutes for a walk, ensuring you get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, preparing nourishing meals every day, or simply taking 5 minutes to sit quiet with a cup of tea. It might involve learning to delegate tasks, respectfully saying no to commitments that drain you. You are worthy of this investment in yourself. This journey is about reclaiming your health, your energy, and your life. Remember those small, consistent steps, fueled by self compassion and understanding, are what leads to profound and lasting transformation. So often we are caught up in that idea of perfect with our healthy habits. We think we need to eat perfectly, exercise perfectly, sleep perfectly. But the truth is, metabolic health isn't about perfection, it's about consistency. It's about showing up day after day, even when it's not perfect. It's those small, regular efforts. So, starting out your day with a healthy meal, a 15-minute walk, consistent bedtimes, those things really add up and tip the scale towards better metabolic health. It's the daily routines and habits that you have control over and that can build over time, creating better well being. So don't underestimate that power of consistent, incremental progress. So, as we conclude our first session, I want to leave you with a simple yet powerful action item. So, take some time now or schedule some time in the next day or two to reflect on your personal weight loss journey and identify at least one key challenge you've faced. Perhaps it's emotional eating, frustration with plateaus, feeling overwhelmed by choices. Just pick one and simply acknowledge it. And then what are you going to do to address it? How is it going to be different this time? This is a safe space for us to explore these challenges. In our next session, we're going to dive deep into the specifics of GLP-1 medications. I think it's helpful if you're taking these to understand what they do in your body and how it's supporting you so that you can also support yourself through habits. We're going to talk about some of the different types, maybe how to manage some of those potential side effects. But for today, I thank you for being here, for your openness to think about these things and taking an important step towards understanding and having hope.